Breakthrough. Antiseptic throat spray could reduce COVID spread, researchers say. From injectables to nasal sprays, scientists around the world are exploring everything to find the best way to control this pandemic. In Singapore, a research group is investigating the potential of an antiseptic throat spray to decrease the spread of COVID-19 in high-risk settings. They also assess an oral drug typically prescribed to treat arthritis and malaria. The experimental throat spray was trialed in a large-scale study last May with over 3,000 migrant workers living in Tua South Dormitory. The trial lasted for 6 weeks and results showed promise in reducing COVID-19 transmission. A total of 3,037 asymptomatic, healthy men aged 21 to 60 years voluntarily participated in the trial. Any participant who had symptoms of respiratory illnesses and had been infected by SARS-CoV-2 before was excluded from the study. The dormitory was composed of 40 clusters and each was defined as individual floors of the dormitory across 5 blocks, according to Channel News Asia. The participants were divided into 5 groups. The first group received the spray containing povidone iodine, a popular antiseptic. The spray had to be used 3 times a day. The second group received hydroxychloroquine, an antimalarial. The third group received the antiparasitic ivermectin. The fourth group was given a combination of vitamin C and zinc. The final group served as the control but in place of placebos. Group members were given vitamin C. 6 weeks later, over 50% of participants tested positive for COVID-19. However, only 46% of those who used the spray contracted the illness. It was lower compared to the 49% in the hydrochloroquine group and 70% in the control group. Study lead author Raymond Seat said, "This is the first study to demonstrate the benefits of prophylactic or preventive therapy with either oral hydroxychloroquine or povidone iodine throat." Professor Seat clarified that the findings highlighted the reduced infection chance in quarantined individuals in a close, high-exposure setting. They also added that the absolute risk reduction with the throat spray was 24%, while 21% for the oral hydroxychloroquine. Researchers suggested that these drugs could work as complementary with other preventive measures in high-risk settings. They specifically emphasized settings like cruise ships, prisons, and refugee camps, where people are unlikely to maintain physical distancing and with tight indoor spaces. But their use was not recommended across all scenarios. Co-investigator Professor Paul Tambia explained that if an outbreak occurs in a nursing home, for example, the drugs are optional to minimize the spread of the disease to everyone in the facility.